Good day, everyone. Now we are going to talk about World Trade Organization, WTO. What is World Trade Organization? The World Trade Organization, WTO, deals with the global rules of trade between nations. Its main function is to ensure that trade flows as smoothly, predictably, and freely as possible. The World Trade Organization, WTO, is an intergovernmental organization that regulates and facilitates international trade, with effective cooperation in the United Nations system. Governments use the organization to establish, revise, and enforce the rules that govern international trade. The WTO facilitates trade in goods, services, and intellectual property among participating countries by providing a framework for negotiating trade agreements, which usually aim to reduce or eliminate tariffs, quotas, and other restrictions. These agreements are signed by representatives of member governments and ratified by their legislatures. The WTO also administers independent dispute resolution for enforcing participants' adherence to trade agreements and resolving trade-related disputes. The organization prohibits discrimination between trading partners, but provides exceptions for environmental protection, national security, and other important goals. The WTO is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. Its top decision-making body is the Ministerial Conference, which is composed of all member states and usually biennially. Consensus is emphasized in all decisions. Day-to-day functions are handled by the General Council, made up of representatives from all members, a secretariat of over 600 personnel, led by the Director General and 4 deputies, provides administrative, professional, and technical services. The WTO's annual budget is roughly $220 million, which is contributed by members based on their proportion of international trade. Studies show the WTO has boosted trade and reduced trade barriers. It has also influenced trade agreement generally. A 2017 analysis found that the vast majority of preferential trade agreements (PTAs) up to that point explicitly reference the two. Goal 10 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals also reference WTO agreements as instruments of reducing inequality. However, critics contend that the benefits of two facilitated free trade are not shared equally, citing the outcomes of negotiations and data showing a continually widening gap between rich and poor nations. The history of World Trade Organization. The WTO Precursor General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade (GATT) was established by a multilateral treaty of 23 countries in 1947 after World War I in the wake of other new multilateral institutions dedicated to international economic cooperation, such as the World Bank, founded 1944, and the International Monetary Fund, founded 1944 or 1945. A comparable international institution for trade, named the International Trade Organization, ever started as the U.S. and other signatories did not ratify the establishment treaty, and so GATT slowly became a de facto international organization. So that's it. Thank you all for listening.